Or even is Mew? Oh. Okay. I just watched Mew fall from the fucking ceiling. There we go. I set up a background, Bog. I set up a background. Whoa. Why is Twitch not muted? It has a background now. Technically speaking, there is a way to get on my head. I couldn't figure out if I wanted to make an invisible ladder so they could, like, crawl up the model, or if I just wanted to make it so that there's technically, like, a platform, an invisible platform, on the head of the model that could be landed on theoretically. So, instead, there's just a platform there that theoretically somebody could land on. Whether it be by sling or bomb or pin. Actually, I was wanting to test something. Let me, like... It won't. Okay, I wanted to see if it would let me drag Mew, but I can't. I can't actually do it. There you go. I was gonna move my Mew onto my head. If I can figure out where he is, I just have to... There. Is that about right? Yeah? There. And then if I can maybe get him to stay there for a second, I can have him, like, sit. Aww. Yeah, I made it so the spawn point is, the spawn point is on top of the canvas. Mew is lurking just above my head. And technically speaking, there is, like... They're not completely identical to, like, the models don't all sit in the same spot, so I tried to make it so that the place where they sit is mostly the same. Don't love that. Mix It Up is already not working. I tested it literally before stream to switch it to song, and it already broke. You're joking, right? You're trying so hard to make it so that you can land on top of my head, huh? Oh. Hell yeah. You can sit next to my model if you want him to stay there. Although, I didn't make the collision button. Maybe I can actually fix that. Hold on. I can make it... I'm on the very edge of the collision box. Okay, I fixed it. So now there's a few more collisions there. I was messing with it a lot after stream. I need you to know. I also was thinking it could be kind of funny if, like... I made it so there was a redeem that you could do later on, where you could just, like... You could redeem for me to move you onto my head. But if people don't know to, like, have them sit, then that won't... Then they'll just fall right off, so... Or if somebody wants me to, like, move them back up to the top, and then they can sit and stay up there. But unless people are actively controlling their characters, they'll obviously just walk right off my head, so... Like, my Mew is just sitting there. I still want to figure out how to fix the fact that, the Kirby models and the Mario models are fucking massive compared to the Pokemon ones, and I don't know how to fix it, because when I tried to scale the size, it said it would remove the animations, and I don't want to break a model just to fix the sizing. We might just have to deal with Meta Knight being fucking gigantic. And the Mario ones being similarly fucking gigantic. Also, I figured out that this current setup actually is, comes with like a little arena. Hold on, I can show it. I can enable the arena, and it'll put these little chairs here. And I was kind of thinking, since it puts everybody in the chairs, that could be like a cool way to deal with the whole, maybe it's a little distracting when we're gaming. If we play like a story-based game, we can just do this, and I can put the seats there, so they're not walking around on stream, but you can like see them sitting in a chair. Technically, I can enable it so that there's chairs on the right as well, but I don't want to do that, so. Because then you guys, that doesn't really work. I don't want it to block my model, so. The restream chat is blocking my model, so I can't see him. Did Mew just fucking smack Lizzie? Mew, why did you do that? That was so mean. Oh, I dragged Bach instead. I was trying to grab myself. I want to put myself back on my head. Is that the right spot? I will say, it's a lot easier to figure out the placement of things when I'm actually live. Because I kept just having to look back at OBS and then go based on that. Yeah, the platform's not completely perfect because the models don't all have, like, the same placement of their heads, but I think it works. No. Mew, don't fall down now! Stay there until I can make you sit. There we go. Now Mew is just sitting above my head. Unfortunately, Candy's a little bit short, so it doesn't quite work. But it's fine. But hey, we're doing pretty good. If you guys like my little platform setup, I spent a lot of time on it. I just set a default, I chose a default one and then edited it so that it has, like, specific platforms. I don't know what those lines are up at the top, though. I don't think so. I don't remember ever actually having it in here. He doesn't have AC in the room? Doesn't very well. Why are... It's kind of weird. Oh, I just realized that Ko-Fi is not there. I don't know why these are here. Why is the spawn zone visible? I didn't think the spawn zone would be visible. It's kind of lame. Why are they visible? You shouldn't be able to see them. That's completely fair, Johnny. Don't worry about it. I don't understand. Why are they like that? Surely the spawning ones shouldn't be visible, but they are for some reason. That's really annoying, actually. I wanted to make it so they spawned up top, but not if it's gonna put an ugly block in the fucking top. That's really annoying. Whatever. Unless it was only visible because of me having it open, but I don't think that's the case. Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, we're good. We're good. But that could be a fun redeem if people wanted me to. I could make like I could make a jail or something and then drag avatars into jail or something if we wanted to do that. Also, my Ko-Fi thing broke again. It breaks all the time. Hey, look, you're up top! Hi, Bodog! I recognized you because I saw Sableye! Oh yeah, I made it so that they spawn on top of my canvas, and then they'll just walk down and fall. Also, I placed a grocery order, and it just got dropped off, so I'm gonna go grab that real quick, but, feel free to just, like, watch them do whatever they want. I'm just gonna, like, do this. There you go. That's my BRB screen, y'all.
The sun destroys 4 million tons of itself every second, converting mass directly into energy through nuclear fusion. It has done this for 4.6 billion years and is only halfway through its life. Space is completely silent. Sound needs a medium to travel through, and space is a near-perfect vacuum. Explosions in space movies are pure fiction.
Sorry guys, I know I just got here, but I had to go get my grocery delivery because it included ice, because we were out of ice.
You can see 2.5 million years into the past with your bare eyes. The Andromeda Galaxy is visible on dark nights, and its light left home before modern humans existed.
Okay. Siri blocked somebody while I was gone? Okay. Anyway, I had to go get my groceries because it included ice. So obviously I didn't want to, like, have the ice melt on the porch because it's fucking, my computer says it's, how? 108 degrees outside. What I actually got groceries delivered for was because I sold 2 figures yesterday while streaming, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll just package them up today after work. And then I went to go package them and realized I don't have any more bubble wrap, and the 2 things that I sold were figurines, so they need bubble wrap. Otherwise, they'll just be bouncing around inside a box. So I was like, shit, I gotta fix that. So I fixed that, I remedied that. I have bubble wrap now. I still really want to play Repo. I don't know, I don't feel like the recipient of those keychains would be too thrilled. Hey! Anyway. So. We're starting off the day with a revenge, because I got an attack. Did I show that attack? I don't know if I did. Wait, yes I did. Oh, Jesus, Johnny, why are you so big? He's not sitting anymore. He's gonna fall off my head. I mean, I know that you're scaled, but, like, I just looked up and you're huge all of a sudden. Also, Red's attack on me was twins at the carousel. Ouchies. I love how I told Mew to sit, and he's just kind of spinning in a circle for some reason. I don't really know why. Mew is just spinning above my head instead of sitting still. Like, I've told him to sit. He refuses. Sit down, Mew. Sit. Sit still, buddy. I have no idea. It has a pretty low collision box on the head. The invisible platform's not very big, so clearly it doesn't fit Candy very well because Mew is floating above Candy's head because she's a little too short. I think I scaled it towards Saul's head because I'd rather it be floating above the other's head than being merged into Saul's forehead, because Saul is the tallest model. Oh, I suddenly remembered my beef for why I had a different character in my bookmarks, and then I was like, oh yeah, I wanted to draw this one, though. Why didn't I bookmark this one? And then I realized the reason I didn't bookmark this one is because they mirrored the character, so I don't know which direction is correct. You can't just flip a character to add clothes onto them when their patterns are not symmetrical, because I don't know which side's right. I want to draw this character, but I'm going to draw it based on this one, and hopefully it's right, because I don't know how to fix that. Like, it's not symmetrical, because either you have the darker spot on the eye, on the right eye, or the left eye. But it doesn't really work. The patterns are not, they're asymmetrical. But the design got flipped when they drew the outfit on it, so I have no idea. That doesn't really work. I'm gonna just try it. Technically speaking, getting onto my head is never 0. He literally refuses to sit fucking down. He will not sit down. He's just spinning above my head. I don't know why. I feel like it's probably easier to sling onto my head from the platform next to my head. I had to fix that platform like 3 times because I kept the way I originally set it up. I was like, oh yeah, this is perfect, because it was right next to the character, and then I was flipping between the models to make sure it looks good on all of them, and I realized the ladder was in front of the ghost's face, and I was like, I can't do that. So, well, oh yeah, the other funny thing about the grocery order that I got, so I was gonna order just a small bag of ice. That's all we really need. So I was gonna order a small bag of ice, but the app said that they were out. So I was like, okay, fine, I just need ice, so I'm just gonna order a big bag, not a big deal. And then they the shopper comes back and is like, they don't have the big bag of ice or the substitution, which I just did, like, the other substitution that showed in stock. It was just, like, a different brand of small bag of ice. And I was like, okay, do they have any ice at all? And they're like, I'll go ask. So they ask, and they're like, oh, hey, we have the ready ice 7-pound bag. That's what they have. And I said, that's funny. That's what I was going to order at first, and it said it was out of stock. So it did not let me order it because it said it was no stock. So I'm like, I ended up getting what I wanted to order that I couldn't order because it said it was out of stock because it wasn't actually out of stock. Isn't that great? Hi, Red. That's fair. Hell yeah! Lizzie made it to the top of the canvas. Aww. Not anymore, she ain't. Wait, I was fully expecting Red to be a skitty. You're a furret now? Oh yeah, I was thinking that starting in August, I would make it so that the last Friday of every month, I'll do a Ko-Fi stream. So that way I can you guys can do like a small cheap tip. I'm thinking $5 and you'll get like a doodle or two. Depends on how simple the character is, and if it's like super quick, then obviously I don't want you to be like, oh yeah, I took 2 seconds for you to do this doodle, so why did I spend more money, the same amount of money as somebody else who got a more complex doodle? So depending on the complexity, I might do like 2 doodles if the character's really simple, that kind of thing, but I'm thinking about starting to do that. I don't know how many people would actually like pay for like a little doodle, but I just thought it would be fun to have that as an option, to do that as a stream, a once a month thing.
One, two, three, tell me who you are and who you were. How much have you been paid? Take it easy, RELAX. Would you like to have something to drink? To tell you the truth, in this contract, I don't care about anything but me. I just want the cash transferred to my account, cause it make me feel alright. Yeah. I'm busy, dizzy, lazy, got a globalized and growing mind. Above all, I'm wise, I'm very well organized. Make me a compromise. Watch me rise high for the last time. See how this connection works. Information goes back and forth.
No, I thought I turned those notifications off. It still sent it on both sides. Actually, that might not be something I can turn off, because I turned off all of the alerts. Thank you. But it, for some reason, did not work.
It's like a two-channel where people just throw their anger, forget about those foul actions. You're driving an expensive car, expectancy, supremacy. You're out of control, the troll is waiting down below. You still like an experience, too bad, too close, too late to notice where you are. There's no other way. Dependency to the tendency, occasionally you're misunderstood. Living a life of mediocrity, hypocrisy, legitimacy. Go over it, game over now. Is this the place to shine? Sit down to it or drown behind. It's your turn to throw the dice. Tell me who you are and who you were. Say, how much have you been paid? Take it easy, RELAX. You wanna have something to drink? To tell you the truth, in this contract, I don't care about anyone but me. I just want that cash transferred to my account, cause it make me feel alright. I'm busy, dizzy, lazy, gotta globalize and grow your mind. Above all, I'm wise, I'm very well organized. Make me a compromise. Watch me rise high for the last time. That's how the connection works. Information goes back and forth. Sit beside the window, and all I do is watch the shadows grow. Longer, linger, for better. You'll never know what this internal decadence means. You're driving an expensive car, expectancy, supremacy. You're out of control. The troll is waiting down.
Why is my Mew frozen like that? Has he been frozen that whole time?
As time unwinds, I find myself lost in your eyes. In midnight talks, as darkness falls, I see your tears when we say goodbye. Watching stars as we drift on by. A touch, a glance, fly away. Will our paths converge 'neath the sun? A silent descent and melody sung. Beyond the stolen night, we share a cherished dream. Between souls whisper that it seems. Will shooting stars line 'neath the sun. In whispered hopes where journeys begun. In dreams we waltz the sky. You watch me drift on by. In your memory, a whispered song, a seed of hope where we belong.
What was that for, Bach? I'll say that was so random. Hell yeah, Dozer, let's go. Well, yeah, I kind of figured, but that was just very random. Oh yeah, should I make a poll in the server for what the next game we should play is? Because we're getting pretty close to finishing Twilight Princess. I'm tempted to play Twilight Princess today, but I want to at least get a few attacks in so that I can make sure I hit my goal of 100. I gotta beat 132, so I need to get at least 133 attacks this year to beat my record. Because that's been my goal the whole time. Beat my record. What options should I put in for after Twilight Princess? Do you guys want the options? What sounds fun? So I've got Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, Pets Cats 2, Pokepark Wii, the first one, Wario Land Shake It, and we can also do Smash Bros. Brawl if we want to do an emulator game. And those are some of the options for the emulators. We can also do We can do Hollow Knight. I want to figure out how to get Second Sight working, but as of right now, I haven't been able to figure it out. Sonic Adventure DX. We could do Lost Ember. We could do... I think I said Breath of the Wild was going to be something we do in between other things, so that's not like a main game to focus on. We could do... Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. Or I could do Paper Mario 64 first. Let's do Paper Mario 64 first, I think. Go in order. Here, we'll put those as the options. There you go. I put it in the suggestions and idea tab in the server, but y'all should let me know what we should play next after Twilight Princess, because we're getting pretty close to finishing Twilight Princess. I haven't tested any of the DS games, so for now I'm leaving those out until I can figure out if I'm even able to get those to work. Hell yeah, let's go, JoJo. Lizzie's still trying to get onto my head, man. You're trying so hard to get on my head. You did get really close, yeah. I don't know, should I make it so that there's like a point redeem where I can put your avatar on my head? Oh, it pinned her directly onto the canvas. There's just a Houndoom hanging off of the character on my canvas. Oh yeah, Lizzie, I thought you'd get a kick out of the fact that I found like a little Triforce to add into the scene. I saw Triforce and I went, wait, we gotta add that. Yeah, I thought you'd get a kick out of it. I was like, ooh, just for Lizzie, we'll have a Triforce. I can't believe Mew is not sitting, but at the same time, he hasn't moved. And I'm kind of glad. There is an actual sit animation for him, so I'm not sure why he's not in the sitting animation, but I don't even mind it, because he's just literally spinning around above my head, and I think that's funny as hell. Because I just keep looking up, and all I see is Mew floating above my head like a halo. I should designate a specific avatar for each PNG tuber. So that when you guys switch my PNG tuber, I'll just change my avatar to match it to their avatar. Unless we're, like, doing something specific, like yesterday we were playing Zelda, so I switched it to have a Zelda, a Link cat, and a sword. Basically just turned him into Sword Kirby. If I manage to figure out the 3DS games, I want to figure out how to do Majora's Mask HD, and then I will be able to do Kirby with the Majora's Mask. That'd be fun. But I can make it so, like, Candy has a specific one.
For real, Mew be like, you spin me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby, right round, round, you spin me right round, baby.
The way that
right
Zed
round like
pauses
record,
to say baby is really
right
funny.
round.
The way he pauses to say round. I should make it so Candy's... Wait, don't I have... Isn't Grievard an option? Or am I imagining that? I feel like Grievard might be an option. No, Grievard would be Eevee's. I never figured out who Candy's Pokemon would be. Ooh, I should give her Bayonet. I should give her Bayonet. I love Bayonet. That's one of my favorite Pokemon. And he is in here. I know he is. I saw him. Hell yeah! Let's go. I found my Bayonet. Bayonet can just kind of chill there. Oh my god! Look at my little guy's face, bro! Look at him face! Look at my guy's face! He looks so distraught up there. That's weird. It did that for Mew as well. It's like they can't move because they're so big up there. I don't know. But they get stuck when they're on my head. Love how we're just gonna constantly have, okay. Bayonet can chill above my head. Actually, maybe I should not make him just sit. Because then they're not wandering. I'll let him be free. Actually... Oh, I also couldn't figure out how to disable the command. Unfortunately, I don't know how to change any of the commands. Also, is he stuck? No, okay, he's not stuck. Cool. Keep on moving, Bayonet. No, wait. Fair enough. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I've had enough of weirdos, so as long as you're not weird, I don't really care. Oh, you're a Pachirisu. Oh, I didn't mean to pin you, Bayonet. I'm so sorry, Bayonet. Hold on. I didn't mean to do that. When Bayonet sits, he just flops down onto the ground. What the fuck? He's just flopped in front of the treasure chest. That's so funny. Wait. Oh, no! I'm sorry, Bayonet. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to do that. I almost just grabbed Sonic instead of me. I should put a collision block on top of... What do you mean your guy dies? Oh! Oh, that's cute. That's really cute. To be fair, no weirdness is one of my rules. I should put collision blocks on top of the treasure chest. There we go. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Look at my little weirdo, dude. Oh! Sit on top of the chest, little buddy. Ah, he just kind of flattens there. That's so cute. I love that. Bayonet's adorable. Low-key the best. Incredible. He's just kind of sitting on top of... He's like laying on top of the treasure chest. That's adorable. Love him. He's perfect. Everything I want in a little Bayonet. He's lurking. Also, what was the slot machine that I just saw, like, 5 minutes ago? I got so distracted by my Bayonet being adorable that I barely acknowledged the fact there was a fucking slot machine all of a sudden. Oh yeah, Johnny, you have access to the rules for the Twitch chat, by the way, right? Or do you need that? So you can reference it. Because you're a recent mod. I just kind of had that thought that I have absolutely no idea if you even know what the chat rules are off the top of your head. I can send it to you if needed. Actually, do you have a lead mod rule or just mod? Because I think it's something that lead mods can see. I don't think you're a lead mod though. I think that might just be Leah and Bach. Maybe Aerie. I'm not sure if Aerie's a lead mod. Because you can always like give somebody a warning if they break one of these rules. Oh, now it's Mercari's time to start bugging me about other ones. Dude, so you know how I had 11 things purchased on Mercari? Like, I had 11 sales on Mercari on Saturday, right? I have 3 business days to ship them out. Mercari has sent me a notification for every single one of those sales today on a fucking Monday. It has not been 3 business days since that sale. Why is it notifying me about every single one of them? It's not even been a single business day yet. The weekend is not a business day. It's not like I could have mailed anything out yesterday. I can't mail things out on a Sunday. It's literally notified me about every single passage. Your buyer is excited to get your item. Make sure you ship it, bro. I realized one of them was for ground saver, so I actually can't just like have them come pick it up. I have to go drop it off. So I'll do that tomorrow because I didn't realize that. And I got figures I had to box up anyway, so I'll pull for what? If you want, you can make a poll for the same thing as what I put in the server for what game should we play next. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, your girl forgot to put any regular Mountain Dew in the fridge, so guess who's drinking a Baja Citrus Mountain Dew instead, despite not really wanting Baja Citrus? I can just smell the orange citrus smell. And I'm just like, oh right, I don't have regular Mountain Dew today. Because I completely forgot to replace the one that I took out of the fridge last night, so... You know, when I said I was going to get myself a fresh soda, yeah, that's when I forgot to put a new one in the fridge when I took it out. I really thought there was another one in there, there wasn't. Oh yeah, we can play like little games like this one. That the song that's playing right now is from a little RPG game called Madonna and the Great Blue Sea. We can play little games like that whenever. I probably won't do polls for whenever I want to do those. I'll just end up doing them because those are usually going to be like a 1 or 2 stream thing. That's going to be quick. Versus games like Twilight Princess, which are, I think Twilight Princess is on day like 8. So I'm unfortunately not good at making names. We got to that point with Ollie where Ollie was trying to figure out a name, and I was like, girl, I don't fucking know. Hey, you're the one who asked to make a poll. I didn't ask you to. There's not really a reason to make one. Don't stress yourself about making a poll, because you don't really need one. I feel like the name Nova's cute, but it's also kind of generic. I've got a character named Nova myself, too. I think we are on, like, 8 days worth of Twilight Princess. And I'm probably not going to finish it in the next stream or the next one after that, because I plan on doing the Cave of Ordeals, and that's probably going to be a good chunk of the next stream. Now that I've got the double claw shot, the next goal that I have is to do the Cave of Ordeals. Bro, my Sona's name is Song. Don't go with Song. That'd be confusing. If Red had a character named Song, that'd be confusing as hell. Don't steal my Sona's name, please! I beg! I think maybe before we play any other big games after Twilight Princess, we should play another small game. Like, Wadonahar is not small. We could do a game like Mad Father or Eve. Not Eve, sorry. Mad Father or Misao. We already did Eve. A game in the same vein as Eve is what I meant to say. I have a game called... what is it called? Candonale? Candonhale? Candonhale? I don't know. Candonhale? I don't know. I've never played it before, but it looks like it's kind of in the same vein as Eve, so... No worries, Lizzie. You have no obligation to be here, don't you worry. I always appreciate when you're here, but you don't have to be if you can't make it. So I got a game called Candonhale that seems like it's the same general vein as Eve. So I was thinking about playing that at some point. I've never played it before, so I have absolutely no fucking clue what it's like. Or if I'll like it. I've also got Alice Mare as well. Okay, I made a second poll for a different, for which smaller game we should play. And I did make a note on that one. If you don't know what any of them are by name, that's okay. Just pick one by vibe alone. Because I kind of don't expect anybody in the server to actually recognize most of those games. I feel like they're kind of niche. So if nobody recognizes them, that's okay. Just pick one based on whatever the vibe is. Or you can look it up and see what they're about and decide from that. Mad Father's fun. I like Mad Father. I actually have been thinking about Mad Father a lot lately, so that one's definitely not a bad option. But I've got a soft spot for Alice Mare because that's how I discovered that entire genre of, like, the RPG style games and the site that I got them from. Because, so my family does this meetup every year at my aunt's lake house, and, whenever I was at their house once, at that lake house cabin once, they had some people along. I don't remember what their connection to my family is. I can't remember if they were just people who tagged along with one of my uncles, or if they were, like, just people who were, like, also had a place, like a cabin in the same area, not connected to my family at all. All I know is there were some people there that I had met that I'm not very social. I get social burnout so fucking quick when I'm in an actual group of people. I know it's funny to say I'm not very social when I'm on stream constantly, but I'm not, like, that social of a person in person. Like, I get burnout really fucking quick. So, while I was struggling to keep myself, like, from being burnt out, I met these girls that I don't remember who they, like, I don't even remember what their names are. And they were playing Alice Mare, and I thought it was really cool. So I asked them, where to get it. They told me about VGPerson.com, and I went and checked it out, played Alice Mare for myself all the way through, and then I played other games on that site. That's how I got really obsessed with Mad Father, and Magento Castle, and Wodona Hara and the Great Blue Sea. I still have my old Redbubble, and it still occasionally makes sales on the Wodona Hara merch, and so it reminds me of that, like, that time in which I was really into Wodona Hara, so that one's always been kind of an option. I also have some Wodona Hara music on this playlist, just because I really like it. Especially, the music in that game is probably my favorite part. It's really good. So, I've been kind of wanting to replay those on stream, just because I really enjoyed them, so thank you for the follow, Bird Scout. So the idea of playing those games is really fun. But Alice Mare was my introduction to it all, so I just have a soft spot, Is Poke command for the stream avatars? Wait, what's your little guy? Oh my god, it's a pink Shellos! I love pink Shellos. That's my bestie's, like, favorite Pokemon, which is so funny. I don't know why she likes Shellos so much, but she fucking loves Shellos. It's always fun when you have a friend who has, like, a really niche favorite Pokemon. Where she says her favorite Pokemon is Leafeon, but she also really loves Shellos. And it's like, that's so random. Shellos? Specifically the pink one, which is funny because she used to be very anti-pink, and blue is so her color. But she likes the pink one better. Blue looks really good on her. That's what I mean by blue is her color. Like, blue is her color. For me, it's red. I look really good in red. There's this one shirt that I really love. My friend gave it to me. And I still keep it. It's funny knowing I can still fit in this shirt. I haven't grown at all since high school. I've literally not changed, so I still have this red shirt she gave me. Yeah, I love, like, Baynet. I think Baynet's kind of niche. In terms of ghost types, people don't think about Baynet. They think about Gengar and Mimikyu. I do like Mimikyu and Gengar, but I definitely prefer Baynet. He's my bestie. He's my buddy Pokemon. But I definitely... it's funny, because Baynet used to be my favorite ghost type, and then Hisui Zorua was announced, and I was like, oh, that's my new baby. Because Zorua was already my favorite Pokemon. So, having Hisui Zorua, oh my god, my favorite type and my favorite Pokemon mixed together, like, say does it so. Miss Magius is cool. I love my ghost types, dude. There's a few I don't really care about. And sorry to say it, but as much as I love that Nox loves their little guy, they love Bramblegast, I don't care about Bramblegast. Smallpox, what? What do you mean? Smallpox? How would it represent smallpox? I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a stretch, isn't it? I mean, isn't it just based on kitsune? Because it's a fox spirit, you know? Because Zoroark is a fox. I mean, I think even the original Zoroark was already based on kitsune, so I feel like it wouldn't really change much when it comes to, like, the Hisui version, because it's still a Zoroark, you know? It's still got the same, like, roots. But it could also be based on, like, another type of Japanese spirit, like Onryo, or, something along those lines. Of course, I wouldn't be surprised if it is based on some sort of Japanese spirit. I don't know a lot of them. I only know a couple by name because of watching people play Phasmophobia, but like I don't know much about those specific types of spirits to have an answer on what they actually are and like, you know, the actual, you know, the folklore about them, that kind of thing. I'm not going to pretend to be knowledgeable about Japanese folklore, but I feel like Zoroark is one of the ones where it's pretty like it seems to take some pretty specific inspiration from Kitsune. Same thing with like Ninetales. Plus, isn't Zoroark kind of similar to Ninetales? Like, doesn't it get referenced with Ninetales in the actual Pokedex entry, or am I mistaken? Well, yeah, but I'm still saying, like, Zoroark in general, like, it's still the same Pokemon. It's just a different form of the same Pokemon. I mean, this is Sonic's comm, right, Johnny? I don't think Sonic's gonna mind. Whatever you came up with, I'm sure it looks great. Lizzie, do you still want to sit on my head? I can just move you to my head if you want. Although you might want to make your guy sit so that they stay there, otherwise he's just gonna walk off. I do need to figure out where you are, though. The bad thing is it fills to my full screen, which means I can't actually see the bottom bar that well. I think you're right there. It's not the right spot. I don't think it is. Right about there. Is that the right spot? There we go. Right about there. Hell yeah. I should get a, like a customized mouse. Just for funsies. So where are you, Sonic? Womp. Womp. Oh, I didn't mean to put you on top of Lizzie. That's not necessary. Oh no, Trevenant! Don't fall off! I put him upside down on his fucking head, bro. Oh, goodbye. Okay. Oh well. He just fell right off. It's okay. I don't know, your Trevenant's a gambler, man. You can make him sit, though, if you want. And then he'll stay there. That's what Lizzie did. It's kind of funny. I should probably change, I bet you if I change it to Saul, they'll probably be actually directly on the head. Oh, there he goes. Perfect! Oh, look at Houndoom! That's perfect! Oh, he's like wedged next to my little ear, buddy. That's so cute. We're keeping it. We're keeping it. I don't care that I'm drawing. I figured Saul might be exactly the right height. And he is. He is, in fact, the exact right height. Oh, that's so cute. Lizzie's just sleeping on my head. That's adorable. I love that. He's just gonna vibe there. A little Houndoom, being Houndoom. Just being a chill little doggy. Hellhound gets to chill. That's the only bad thing, though. If I want to do the seats for when we're doing games, like story-based games, then that means everybody's going to be in the seats. I don't think I can drag anybody out of the seats. I've never tried, but I might be able to drag people out. There's that. This character is quite the pattern. He looks so cute up there. He's literally just vibing. And that just is literally the perfect spot for Saul's model specifically. I bet you it would look cute with Khan too, but it's like perfect for Saul. I want to see what it looks like on Khan. It's right on top of my little fringe. That is really cute though, but it's cuter with Saul, for sure. We're gonna change back to Saul. That's just too perfect. I can't. It's like literally iconic. Yeah, I was having a blast setting up all the platforms yesterday. My little Bayonet is still just sitting on top of the treasure chest, tucked in the corner. You can't even tell he's there, because he's like blending in a little bit. Maybe I should change it to something else, but who would Saul's avatar be? Maybe a Duplighost? I can give him Lee. Aww. Lee looks so cute when he's sitting there. He's sitting on top of the treasure chest. Lee is huge compared to... He's about as big as Meta Knight is. I love just watching them wander around, like looking up and seeing them just kind of wander and do whatever. And maybe the novelty of it will wear off at some point, but I just like seeing them. They're very cute. Oh my goodness. Why am I specifically huge? What the heck? Fuck, you made me sit on Lizzie. Poor Lizzie's being stomped on. Oh no. Oh. Oh. Huh? Wait. I'm on top of my own head now. How did you manage to do that? You scaled me and now I'm not actually sitting on the platform anymore. That's interesting. Maybe I can move, I'll move Lee next to Houndoom. And then make him sit. Oh. Let's say, get up, Lee. Oh, he fell. He's so big. He's fucking huge, bro. Lee's massive. Oh, too close. No! Lee, you're so big and fat! You don't want to stay! Okay, wait, that's kind of adorable. But you can barely see Houndoom. He falls right off because he bounces. He's huge, bro. That's better. I'm just chilling up there. Hi, Meowstachio. How's it going? Lee is fucking huge. I did! The Paper Mario ones are huge compared to the Pokemon. It's actually fucking hilarious. I don't know if there's a way for me to scale them so that they're not so big, but it's kind of iconic how gigantic Lee is compared to the Houndoom sleeping next to him. See, that's what I was thinking. I tried to, like, use the scale option to scale him down, but it says something about removing all of the animations when I do that, and I don't want to break the model. If it's going to break the animations, then I don't want to do it, you know? So I'm just afraid of breaking them. But I did figure if I wanted to fix them, it would have to be, like, individual, which I know is gonna suck, but it would be worth it just for overall ease, because it is a little bit jarring how gigantic the Paper Mario ones are compared to the Pokemon, especially because there's so many Pokemon. Meta Knight is also way too big. Kirby looks, I think, okay, because he's not that huge compared to the Pokemon, but Meta Knight and Lee are fucking massive. When I was testing out yesterday, it kept spawning in toads that were huge. Not even upscaled, just huge. I just picked the ones that were just for, like, Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5, Gen 6, Gen 7. Because I grabbed each individual generation. But this one doesn't come with shinies, and I had to individually delete all the Pokemon that I didn't want to keep. Because I did not want to have all of them. That's just way too many Pokemon. I'm sure I could have just disabled them, but I decided just to delete them so that I didn't have to scour through all the ones I didn't want. It's not even just Portal 2, there's no Portal in general. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't care about Gen 1. I also didn't see Gen 8 or Gen, no. Gen 8? No, I think I did get Gen 8. I think I just didn't get Gen 7, or Gen, 9. And for some reason, the ones that I got, they were supposed to be the full generation, but, it didn't include Zerora for Gen 7, because that's probably what Sonic would have been, but also Sonic likes Unknown, and Unknown is not among the options. I get that Unknown has 26 characters, but still, it's a little bit unfortunate that there is no Unknown. Okay. I swear, it robbed both of Sonic's options. And because I couldn't get Gen 9, I wasn't able to get Nox's favorite either, because Nox's favorite is, Bramblegast. Bramblegast isn't an option. I'm also a little bit bummed. There is a Kirby Superstar Ultra pack, and I thought for sure that would include Marks from Kirby Superstar Ultra, and it doesn't. It does not include him. I think it's because he's a boss sprite. Yeah, but I don't know how to do anything like that, and I don't know anything about pixel art. The idea of anything pixel art related terrifies me. That's the only thing that terrifies me more than comics. But yes, Johnny is trying to make a Portal 1. for themselves so that they have at least have a core. Anything pixel related freaks me out because I don't know how to do any of that shit. Not to mention, doesn't that mean I'd have to set up like all of the actions and stuff, have multiple different sprite forms so that they actually do interesting stuff? Yeah, but I don't know how to do sprite sheets, and I don't think I ever could. I don't know, man. I was somehow overcomplicating the whole process, and I figured out the entire reason I couldn't figure out how to get stream avatars to connect in the first place is because I never hit the connect button, so I think I might be a little bit too stupid for that. I don't know the first thing about making avatar sheets, though. I don't know, man. I would love to have, like, Dupless or something, but I don't know if I want to go through that. Good night, Johnny. I'm actually about to go get my food. I just wanted to try to finish this character first. Because I'm so fucking close to finishing her. Fuck, you should tuck Johnny in. I'm gonna go BRB real quick. Oh, that looks fucking hilarious. I didn't realize the BRB screen was gonna make it so that the ones sitting on my head are sitting under Khan's chin in the BRB screen. That's pretty funny, actually. Well, it looks like Khan's eating Lee. Anyway, I'll be right back. I'm getting my food. Okay. I have got my food. Where's my VRB screen is so far down now. Wait, what do you mean some of the avatars are recolors? I haven't played 64 in so long, I could not remember if any of them, which ones were, like, actually in the game. I just was like, oh, maybe that was in the game, and I just didn't remember it. Yeah, I used to be so fixated on, um, I used to be so fixated on Paper Mario in general that my Wistful characters are actually, like, they originally started as Paper Mario characters. Some of them were canon characters, like Khan was just a very weirdly personalized general guy. Oh wait, is general guy even one of the options? He isn't, is he? That's a bummer. I'm assuming it's because he counts as one of the big ones because he's got the tank. I can't believe I didn't notice until now that General Guy wasn't there, considering how obsessed I used to be with him. But, like, I used to be so obsessed with them, they kind of spiraled out of control to the point where they weren't really the Mario characters anymore. So I just got to the point where I turned them into my OCs and just made designs for them. And that's how Wistful became a thing. That makes sense. Yeah, I kind of figured it was because of the tank that General Guy wasn't an option. That's a bummer. I love General Guy. Kind of like how I'm assuming that. So the person who made the Kirby Superstar Ultra one, somebody did comment on that and ask, like, are you ever going to add Marks in Mark Soul? And they said probably not. I'm assuming the reason for that is because of how big Mark's sprite is. Because I don't think he actually has a sprite in game of the one of his form when he's on the ball. Because I think he only shows up in a cutscene like that. So then that you'd have the only one that you'd have an option of is the boss form with the gigantic wings, and I imagine that's not really something you can make an avatar for because it would just be too massive, not to mention all the animations. So I kind of figured that's probably why he's not there. Yeah. I mean, he'd walk the same as the other Shy Guys, but yeah, I can imagine that would be tedious. I did keep Tut and Koopa, because I did see he was an option. Oh wait, that's so cute. I turned myself into Tut and Koopa, and I'm just laying on top of Houndoom because I'm so big. I really do need to scale down some of these, though, because they are really big compared to the Pokemon. What's the difference between the Boos, by the way? Why is there a Boo and a Boo 2? Is there, like, a difference? I can't tell. I kept both because I didn't know if there was a difference, but... Hmm. I love how silly goofy the Shy Guys look when they fall. In that case, I might as well keep both. Because then you can just have boos of different personality. I did end up taking away models that I didn't really care about. So I took away like the Gusty Boo, for example, because the Yellow Boo just is weird. But it also made me realize Dark Boos aren't in the first game, are they? Are they only in Paper Mario 6 or the Thousand Year Door? Because I completely forgot about Dark Boos. The unfortunate one's a thing about the Pokemon that aren't part of the original games is that they don't have an official sleeping animation or anything, so they just kind of chill there. When you put them in sit mode, it's a little bit unfortunate.
I tried so hard, I couldn't feel the flow. With every battle, my body took a toll. Now every knockout shows me a sign of who I'm meant to be.
Oh yeah, Gourmet Guy, I would imagine, is probably... I haven't actually switched to him. I think I locked him to sub only. I did keep him. Oh yeah, he's huge. Whoa. Look at that chonker! As long as he didn't knock Lizzie off, I'm okay. I don't want to knock Lizzie off my head. Any special reason that Bowser wasn't an option? Oh, is he really? That's kind of weird. I didn't know that. I guess it's because his role is... I'm sure he's probably not a layered sprite in Thousand Year Door, but in Paper Mario 64, since he's exclusively a boss and not playable, he probably does function a little bit different, huh? Oh, I'm eating food. That's why I'm not drawing anything, by the way, in case anybody who's lurking is curious. I didn't forget about drawing and just start talking about stream avatars. I'm eating my food. Wait, really? Everybody's layered in Thousand Year Door? You're kidding. I thought maybe they'd be simple. Weird. I accidentally just submitted Red's last attack to the person that I just drew the OC for. That is not what I meant at all. Interesting. See, I don't know anything about sprite work. I would never have guessed that there was anything different. I would have just assumed Thousand Year Door was simpler. I imagine that's why nobody's made them for the avatars. That's cute. You would think Bowser would be simple. But I guess they just did more for him because he's a boss. The final boss. Oh, that's weird. That's very odd. See, that kind of thing freaks me out. The layering and stuff. My models are just the auto tube. They're just 4 still images. There's nothing complex about them because if there was any amount of complexity, it would freak me out. Yeah, I wanted mine to be simple. I'm terrified for when I actually get my VTuber model. Like, I'm excited for it, but I'm also terrified. Yeah, my VTuber is going to come with mouse tracking. Because his default stance, he's not going to have a default idle pose except for his art tablet mode. So he comes with pen tracking. See, but even those paper dolls freak me out. They feel too complex for me. I'm a very simple person. There's a reason I don't have a very complex art style with, like, a lot of detailing. Yeah, I've never played Bug Fables. I think I've heard of it. I feel like the only reason I've heard of it is because I think there's an artist I follow on Tumblr who knows of it and, like, draws for it sometimes. Hmm. Wait, dead ass. That's pretty funny. Yeah, it's kind of insane seeing how massive that boo is compared to the Ninetales. Right, I was thinking of drawing Vixie and Fleur as my next attacks. I was thinking of maybe I should do them separate, or do you want me to draw them together? I think I'm gonna get more Brogies. Be right back. Okay, I'm back with more Brogies. So should I just do separate then? If you would prefer separate. I don't have any preference. It just means that my next attack is going to be Flora, and you'll know that. Instead of it being like a surprise on who I pick. Plus, my goal is to try to get, I want to beat my record, so I do need to do a couple simpler attacks, I think. Ooh, Bootler, hell yeah. 132. Oops. I did the wrong one. I didn't mean to do the attack command, I was trying to do my ArtFight counter. I just forgot that I changed it to attack 1, so because of the stream avatars. I found that out by accident yesterday. I don't know. Why is Houndoom doing, like, little stars and hearts? What's up with that? Is there something causing that? I've noticed it for a while. I've been seeing the hearts. So Lizzie may have accidentally put an effect on Houndoom. Or I may have put an effect on mine and just not known. I mean, mine doesn't have any effects, right? You would know. I'm assuming mine has nothing. So it's gotta be the Pokemon one then, right? I haven't played around with the Pokemon ones to see if there's anything. I have changed Kirby's outfit when I'm using Kirby, because usually that's the one I change it to. But I've never tried anything with the Pokemon. I did check to see if there were alternate colors, because Johnny wanted shiny Umbreon, but I think the packs that I got, they don't look like they have shiny options, so... I don't know, because it looks like Houndoom is just vibing so hard, literally obsessed with Saul and or Lee, that they're just spitting hearts everywhere. I think it's kind of cute, but it is also a little silly. Oh, really? I mean, we are both using the sit command. At least I'm pretty sure it's the sit command for both of us. I was just using the controller on my stream avatar's little pop-up thing on the chat, so... Yeah, my controller says I'm doing sit, but technically it is sleep. I guess it's kind of the same. He is sitting, but he's sleeping at the same time, because that's his sleeping animation in the game. I'm sure Dupless is probably the same animations. I don't think they changed much in terms of the way they animated the Dupligos, because I played Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door first, and then I played the original Paper Mario. I had no idea that Dupligos were their own, like, species. I had no idea that there was a name for what Dupless was. I just knew him as Dupless, because that was my first game. I had no idea. So... I'm pretty sure when I got through it, I was like, oh yeah, these guys have the same animations as Dupless, but I also knew exactly how they functioned because I had played Thousand Year Door first. Ah, didn't mean to do that. That's what I figured, yeah. I don't know. I think Lee's sleeping animation's really cute, so. That's the first one that I downloaded when I got the Stream Avatars thing. And I found out there's a repo one, so whenever I play repo with friends next, I plan on changing it so that there's a repo mod. Or a repo pack only, so everybody in chat will be a little semi-bot. That sounds like fun. But Paper Mario is indeed the first one that I downloaded. Well, she is a Hell Kitty, doesn't it just make sense? I kind of drew her in the same sort of way that I used to draw an old OC of mine named Lana 6. I've been trying to figure out if I could find a use for Lana 6. I'll probably just have to give her away as an adopt, honestly. Now she looks like this. This is one of my oldest characters. I'm sure she used to have lore, but she was some sort of dream creature who, like, ate dreams or stuff. Something like that, but I have no idea. I don't have any use for her. But I've also never had anybody interested in, like, adopting her either, so. She also, has alternate colors, because the idea was that, that she would change colors based on her emotions. But honestly, design-wise, she didn't really change. It was just my art getting better, like. Most of my adopts weren't designed to be adopts, they were just characters of mine that I don't really want anymore, so I just put them up, for people to take them. A lot of my adopts that I've gotten rid of are mostly from me letting people trade for art. That's how Red got her adopts as well. From me, because I figured they probably aren't worth any kind of money, and I wouldn't know how to price them anyways, so I just never bothered. This is her old ref sheet. I never really made ref sheets back then, so this is one of the few ref sheets I had ever made. I also really like this old one, because she looks very alien in this one. Oh yeah, I love doing so much art for my characters. Plus, it just kind of gets to that point too, like, you have to think, I have enough content about my OCs to make them into books. And they're all actively being written as books. Living Between Worlds is only something I started in October, but I still have, like, an actual book in progress. I've written, I want to say 8 chapters of that book. I don't know, I probably should, I want to do more adopts. I have 13 chapters for Living Between Worlds written. I was completely off. Not 8, 13. I want to do more for adopts, but the problem that I have with it is, that, unfortunately, I don't really have reach on Toy House. I don't really want to deal with Toy House marketing anyways. Mostly just because Toy House is kind of, like, oversaturated anyway, so I just don't really care. Your terrifying presence is a furret, by the way. Not very terrifying. Anyway. So, the adopts, that I was planning on putting up, I was gonna just put on VGen, But the problem with it is VGen Shop requires a separate verification than the commissions. So, unfortunately for me, thank you for the follow reload. Unfortunately for me, VGen, since it requires a separate thing for shop, I'm pretty sure I'm set back to 0 because I have made sales on adopts on VGen thanks to Sonic, but I think they've all been so far apart that you have to like get a certain dollar amount of worth of sales. Oh, I got back a commission and I didn't even notice. What crazy timing for me to be checking VGen. I'd have to look, but I'm pretty sure that my shop stuff is probably like set back to 0. I can't remember the exact dollar amount or anything. I also don't remember how to check that. I gotta figure that out. I can't remember. Five product sales or 2 one-of-a-kinds in the last 30 days. And then 50 USD shop earnings in the last 30 days. So I'm at the 2 of, I'm at the 2 of 2, but I'm only at 26 out of 50. So, and I have to have two shop reviews from different customers. And I'm pretty sure the 2 out of 2 one of a kind sales within the last 30 days, I'm pretty sure they were both Sonic, so that's why I don't have a review from them. So, well, I'm just eating dinner and yapping. We're talking about character adopts. I still have 2 more pierogies. I don't think I'm gonna be able to eat them, though. I'm a little bit stuffed. A girl can only eat so many pierogies. We had chicken pierogies and squash, but I ended up just eating pierogies and squash. I don't really think I cared about the chicken, so... I was just talking about an old character of mine that I have. I set her as an adopt, and I don't really like... I don't think anybody's going to be interested in her, mostly because she's a simple character design, but I can't find a purpose for me to keep her either. But I was thinking about maybe doing more. I keep thinking about that lately, like wanting to do more character adopts, and like, I just don't think I can, because I don't think anybody would really want my designs, except for maybe Sonic. But even then, I can't get verified on VGen Shop unless I have 2 different customers and hit a certain dollar amount in 30 days. And I also don't know, like, the one sale was pretty recent. Tavris was recent. I think the second one that it's thinking about, was, I think it was Cypher. No, I think it was Cypher. Because I think Minis was before that. Cypher's was a while ago, though, so that's probably gonna be gone soon. A character adopt is basically just, like, if somebody designs a character and then they don't want to keep it for themselves, they can, like, sell it for people or trade it away to people so that they, like, own the rights to that character. So, like, if Red theoretically wanted to sell this character design that I'm drawing right now, she wouldn't because it's her mascot, but just as an example, like, she could sell the rights, and then you'd have rights to all of the art and stuff. But I don't think my designs are interesting enough for that, unfortunately, so... I still have some in my toy house that I never got rid of. And then I've started putting all the ones that I think are significant enough on my VGen for anybody. But because my VGen's not verified, people can't find them organically. Which means that I can't really promote them. I have to, like, keep promoting the shit out of them, otherwise people won't find them. Nobody will find them organically, so... Most of my adopts have been, either traded to others or the few ones that have been bought were mostly bought by a friend who is not an artist, so he likes commissioning art of all of those characters. So it's really fun getting to draw my own adopts. Like, I get to draw a character that used to be mine, you know? My art's also very cutesy and simple, and my designs are quite simple, so I think that's probably why mine don't really have the appeal that most adopts do, so... That's fair. There's just some characters that I created when I was, like, building up Wisthold, that I just didn't want. Like, I had no purpose for, I had no intention of ever using them, and then there's also characters that I made exclusively as design practice, but most of the ones that I made as design practice I never actually colored, so those ones aren't really something I can give away as an adopt because I never colored them. I'm not a big horror fan, to be honest. I mean, technically the song that's playing is an RPG horror, but I think I can only tolerate games like that because there's no jump scares or anything. I also just realized in my poll for quick games that we could do, I didn't include The Witch's House. I should have included that one. That one's a really quick one. That could be done in one stream. Because it is kind of story related, but not really. But the closest I get to horror is, like, Mad Father, Misao. I don't know if Eve counts. I think Eve counts as horror. I'm not sure. The Witch's House, those kinds of, like, horror RPGs. Other than that, I think Repo counts as a horror game, but... Phasmophobia, I've never actually played, but I do have it downloaded. I don't like jump scares, so... I used to be really into Five Nights at Freddy's, but not like playing it or watching people play it. I just liked the lore. And that was when I was like 12, so... I kind of grew out of Five Nights at Freddy's when I was like... It was around the time that Five Nights at Freddy's 4 came out. Because I think I owned, at one point, the first 4 games. But I never actually... I tried to play them, but I did not like playing them, so... I think one of the RPGs that I downloaded and added to my list, I think this one might be classified as a horror. Surely there's a place I can see that. Themes of death, blood, violence, implied suicide, substance abuse and prostitution, mild cursing, mild jump scares, syringes, and strong images. Yeah. Story-driven short RPG. I guess it's not classified as horror, but I feel like it kind of is horror. 30 to 45 minute estimated playtime. Yeah, that's a quick one. I've never played it before, so... I mean, I feel like I kind of tolerate most things pretty well. I don't like a lot of gross stuff, but, like... I don't know. One of the games that I played that's not a horror game has, like, a sensitive ending that's kind of like, ugh. But, like... And Mad Father's got some really gross imagery. Not, like, super gross, though. As long as it's not, like, super realistic gore or anything, I think I'm okay with it. No, like, realistic gore, and I don't like anything, like, sexual. I've got a whole list of games I plan to play on stream, and a couple of them are classified as horror RPGs. I don't know if I ever went to a Chuck E. Cheese growing up. I don't know if it ever interested me. I feel like they were quite popular when I was a kid, though. I think I want to play games like... I could probably play Layers of Fear. I've heard of that one. Yeah, the names are just placeholders. I don't care about the names at all. And there's like one or two adopts that I specifically list that you have to change the name because it's an old design for a currently existing OC and I don't want them to have the same name. I just gave them placeholder names because I know some people don't want a character if it has no name because then they just are stuck thinking about what do I name them? And I know that kind of stumps some people, so I just gave them placeholder names. They don't have to be named anything. I'm actually not sure, did any of my adopts on VGen even have a name? I don't remember. Welcome back. Also, those of you in chat who commission artists, how long would you guys wait to hear back from an artist before leaving a bad review? Like, be so honest. If anybody in chat has commissioned an artist and had a bad experience, how long do you wait before leaving a bad review? Because, they haven't replied. They've read the message and they still haven't replied. And I don't think they're gonna fix it. They finished a surprise illustration and they said they marked the commission as complete in VGen. If you encounter any problem, feel free to contact us. And I responded within 6 minutes and told them, hey, why did you make my character look like a woman? Because my character is a male. And I said, also, his eyes are not the right color, because his eyes look very yellow, but they're supposed to be red. It's like an ink-style illustration, so the only colors in it, aside from this, like, inky black color, is just the color of the reddish-pink shirt and the yellow eyes, which they're supposed to be red eyes. They don't look red, though. But my character was very clearly gender-bent and turned into a woman, and it says it's seen, but they have not responded. Okay, because I'm still waiting. I responded on Saturday at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it marked it as seen not long after, and they have not said a word. They're a verified studio on VGen, so I was not expecting this to be a problem. See, I just hate the fact that I spent $50 on this fucking illustration, and I was so excited for it. I had full trust in this person, because they have male examples and they look great, that they wouldn't fuck up my character, and they turned my male character into a woman. Without my permission. And I hate it. It's an ugly illustration to me, because it's not my character. Like, the art is good, it's just not my OC, and I still don't know what to do about it. Because I've never had any commission that I just don't like. But I do not like this one because it does not look like my OC to me. That is one of my 100% no-nos. You don't change the gender of my character. But he's very clearly drawn as a woman. I, sent it to my friend and I said, hey, tell me why... I'll show you this illustration now, and you tell me why I don't like it. And she immediately saw all the same flaws that I did, because she's drawn this character before. Yeah, and it was on VGen. It's awful. They're marked as a studio, so I'm pretty sure it's more than one person who runs the account. Somebody's gotta do something. I don't know if I should follow up again and say, hey, I don't want to be like that person, but I really need a resolution to this. Or if that's like just me being bitchy at that point because I haven't given them enough time. I don't know. How much is enough time? I commissioned a lot of people. The commission was submitted. I submitted it on... When did I submit it? Yeah, I can review it. I just haven't done it yet, because I'm pretty sure once it's reviewed, it's, like, closed. They marked it as complete on their end, but I haven't closed out the transaction by reviewing it. The review will be published in 12 days or after you've both left reviews. So I have up to 12 days. We're on day 2 at the moment. I can also go to the Discord help desk on VGen if they don't respond. VGen takes their commissions very seriously. I just really need a resolution to this, because I do not want to have spent...
She approve a punishment, I assume?
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Yeah. No, I wouldn't wait the full... That's just how long, technically, that I have before it automatically closes it closes the review. I don't know if VGen would push that refund, though. Because technically they did finish it. But I'm extremely unsatisfied. I am in the VGen server, though. Yeah, exactly. And it's not even not satisfied. It's not my character. Red, do you want me to send it to you? Because I sent it to 2 of my friends and they both agreed. Ew, not AI images. Gross. Not Messenger going, AI images! Shove it in your fucking face! So first I'm going to send you the ref sheet of the character that I commissioned. If I can find his ref sheet. Where the fuck is it? There it is. So, that's the character that I commissioned. Very clearly man, a very masculine character. Yeah, $50 for them to make my character a woman. Like, Red, you can't tell me that doesn't look like a generic anime woman. It looks like a generic anime woman. True, I didn't name drop them, so that is an option. So let me show you guys the character first, for context, so that you guys can know what character I'm referring to. Because I think you guys will agree, the character is not... But also, not even just the face, he's got breasts in that. You can't tell me that he doesn't have titties in that drawing. It's only a bust. But that is 100%. He's got tits. And he shouldn't. He's not a trans man, for reference. He's very clearly not a trans man, so this is the character. No, it really doesn't. He's got this weird, like, bob-like thing in the back that I don't like, especially because ref sheet is like this. That's what his hair looks like. It's this weird kind of... It's like a boy cut, but it's like sticks up a little bit at the back. It's inspired by Shao from Genshin Impact. The hair is. And it's like... I don't know, man. So, this is the character. This is the art that I got. And it is really well drawn. But that's not my OC. They even made it, the outfit's not the same. Like, that's like it looks like the outline of, like, it's like a tank top or something. But they kept the skull that's on his, like, cloak. Or on his, like, turtleneck. It's not a cloak, but a turtleneck. But they also kind of took away the turtleneck. It's like, it's not there. And I get the ink wash style. My friend also was like, he looks whitewashed. And I'm like, I do understand it's an ink wash style. So I kind of knew that there wasn't going to be any skin color because he doesn't have, like, none of the characters have any color to their skin in this art style. So I already knew that it was going to be like that. But, like, that's a woman. You can't convince me that's anything but a woman. Like, I hate it. Like, if this was a different character, if it was an actual female character in this illustration, that would be different. But this isn't my character. It really doesn't. Yeah, like, and he's very noticeably masculine. He's this beefy guy. He's got a wide shoulder build. But this is like, he also doesn't have his tattoo. I didn't even notice that until Ollie pointed it out. That there is no tattoo. It's not there. It would be visible at that angle, because it's on the shoulder right here. Like, that's not my character. Who the fuck is this? It's like they decided to make a vague idea of my character, but not them. Like, I get that it was a surprise commission and I don't get any, like, and, like, surprise commissions don't come with revisions, but that's not my OC. I didn't pay $50 for this. Like, what do you mean I spent $50 on this and it doesn't even look like my character? My big things, no tattoo. He's got titties for some reason. This face is extremely feminine. It looks like a generic anime woman. His eyes are not the right color. Ollie said it does kind of look like they are red when you're zoomed in, but that still looks gold to me, to be honest. The hair in the back is not correct. That is not what my ref sheet looks like. His ear doesn't even look like it's actually ripped on this side. This one you can kind of see the clip in the ear, but this side doesn't actually look like a ripped ear like it's supposed to be. But this is a woman. And that's the biggest thing that bothers me. Like, that's a woman. Who is this? Because that's not my OC. And I don't like it at all. Like, I don't. So, I don't know, man. I just need a resolution on it. Like, at this point, and I don't want to be a bitch when it comes to, like, I get it. But, like, come on. Yeah, I'm really upset. I saw it and I was like, bro, like, you can't be serious. I don't know how you're gonna give me a hug when I'm on top of my character's head. I'm, like, all the way up here. How are you gonna reach me? I already get my characters, like, my like, chunkier characters slim down every time they get drawn. So, like, I don't know. I just expect things like that at this point, but this is just beyond me. Because it's not even, like, vague on the fact that he's very masculine. I don't know. And that's the weird thing, is because they have a very strong portfolio on their commission samples. Obviously, I'm not going to show them because then you guys will be able to find them quite easily. But their samples were really good. I felt like I could trust this person, especially because they're verified on VGen. This is a verified studio on VGen. I don't... That's not my guy. And it's so disappointing. Yeah. Well, it is a studio, so it's entirely possible there's multiple artists involved. I didn't realize how weird the interaction was gonna be. Like they very clear they are very clear on the fact they're a studio. They say we finished the illustration. Almost like they're a system. But it's because they're a studio. They say like we finished the illustration, let us know if you have any issues. And that's weird to me. Like, I don't know. You can't make me like that drawing. Because that's not what I ordered. No worries. I usually do have I do have a quiet chat most of the time. I'm kind of used to it. A lot of the times I won't really have anybody in chat, except for friends. Like there's friends that hang out on my stream, and sometimes that's the only person who's actually chatting. Like a lot of times, like I'll notice I'll be yapping away while my buddy Johnny here is here, but time zones mean that they usually go to bed around the time it's like 5 p.m. for me, and then after that point, I just get radio silence in the chat. There's never anybody chatting after Johnny leaves, because they're usually the only one talking in chat. And then all of a sudden, I'm by myself once they leave for the night to go to bed. Obviously, I can't make them stay, and I wouldn't want to make them stay because they're already staying up until like 2 a.m. as it is, but like, it does get really lonely when Johnny leaves. But I will always appreciate everybody who lurks. I've got friends who only lurk, like, it's really not a problem. It's also really funny because we've been playing Twilight Princess on stream, and I've gotten to the point where whenever I'm playing Zelda, the only person who's yapping with me on stream is Lizzie, and that's literally it. When Lizzie's usually a lurker, Lizzie's just the only person actually interested in me playing Zelda, like interested enough to actually yap with me. I lurked for like an ungodly amount of time yesterday after stream. The GameCube version, yeah. I know people are surprised that I've been doing the GameCube version. Lizzie has been very helpful in terms of getting me to understand the differences between the Wii U version because I never owned a Wii U and therefore never saw the Wii U HD version. So it's really interesting seeing, like, having Lizzie tell me all the differences because I never knew the differences. Oh yeah, Twilight Princess is awesome, Red. Once I'm done with the whole game, I'm gonna edit it into parts, and then I will have those put up on my YouTube channel for the VODs. I'll probably put it up after I do the art for the thumbnail. Well, not the thumbnail, but like, once I do, because I'm doing the games. When I do the games, I'm gonna do an art for the games that I play on stream, and then when I do the art, I'll put those on YouTube, and that's how I will make the thumbnails with the art, if that makes sense. Um, so I'll post the lives after they're done, or just as the game itself. You can find them, but do people normally get it wrong? You can currently watch the Zelda streams, but because we've been playing them after doing art every day, you'd have to like find where we start and that kind of thing, and that's tedious. So I do plan on having an edited version of just the gameplay. I've been just doing the solid. I'm not sure I know what you mean. But I was gonna make it so it's like I was gonna make it so that the game was separated into two parts. I was gonna separate it into the Fused Shadows section and then the Mirror of Twilight section. And I didn't realize that was not going to be possible because just getting through all the way to the end of Arbiter's Grounds, where I planned on having the cutoff, was already like 12 hours. Because I've been milking the game and just like enjoying it and taking it kind of slow and doing a bunch of other stuff in between. So I like already spent 12 hours on it by the time I finished Arbiter's Grounds. And so I'm like, okay, I'm probably gonna have to separate it into like more like 5 or 6 parts instead of the planned 2 parts. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I can't even get the video ended up being so long for me trying to just separate it into the first part for what we've already done, that I couldn't even get it to export because it was just so fucking big. It just did not want to go through and process all the way. And that's not great. But yeah, I was thinking about just like putting it all together, and I made a folder already for Twilight Princess. I'm pretty sure. So that way I just have a Twilight Princess folder that's just the gameplay for us playing Twilight Princess, you know? I don't remember if I actually made the playlist or not. I might not have actually made the playlist. In which case, that's fine. But I was already planning on making it so I have folders. I've got a folder for Sonic Gaming. I'll probably just make one for Zelda Gaming. Because I don't plan on opening up another game until we finish the one we're working on. So, like, I'm not going to do another Zelda until we're done with Twilight Princess type of thing. The only exception maybe would be Breath of the Wild, just because there's so much to do in that one. I think it would take us forever to play it. And then there's the live stream gaming folder, which is just the raw streams. But a lot of the times when we've been gaming, I've been doing art first and then gaming. So I'm sure those are really annoying to look back on if anybody wants to watch the VOD. So that's why I was planning on having them in separate parts as well. See, that's what I was thinking too, but I also don't want to do that. Because then I'd have to kick all my viewers, you know? And I don't want to do that. But that's why I've just been trying to make it a habit to just record in OBS when I start playing a game so that I have that raw data. If I end the live and then make a new one? I mean, that's fair. I like to watch VODs myself, so I kind of think of it in my own perspective. Because sometimes I just want to watch somebody play a game, or have it not necessarily watch. It's more so I like to have background noise. Well, wouldn't it have to kick you out if I ended the live? Huh. I've gotten kind of used to just doing it that way. Right now, it's just kind of like separate, especially for YouTube. Like, YouTube just is a mixed combination of everything we've been doing the whole day. I've just been, like, changing the name of the live as we switch over. God, same, girl. I literally had that same reaction when we were on the drive home from work. I was just sitting there thinking, my God, am I tired? Like, I keep getting heat sick at work because the building isn't cool enough. We're getting a new AC at some point, but not yet, so. Ugh, mint. A simple but a goodie. I'll take it. I work in a warehouse, so. Where's the least invasive spot for me to put my watermark? I feel like maybe on the tail. I don't like mint at all. I've never liked mint. Doesn't matter what it is, if it's York peppermint patty, if it's mint by itself, if it's mint flavored anything, I don't like it. To the point where I even have, like, cinnamon toothpaste because I can't do toothpaste. I don't really eat a lot of ice cream, to be honest. Usually, if I get ice cream, it's like a Cherry Garcia Ben & Jerry's, or I'll get like a... I don't know. I got really... When I was in Malaysia, I was going to McDonald's a lot to get a chocolate soft serve. Soft serves are really good. That's so valid. Also, twins at the carousel! Twins at the carousel! Revenging the twins at the carousel. Yes. Why would you bite ice cream? Unless it's an ice cream sandwich, I don't know why. I have sensitive teeth too, so... That's partially why I like soft serve ice cream. Because I like just how easy it is to just kind of lick it, you know? I definitely don't bite. I've got too sensitive teeth for that anyway. I need to not look at my ArtFight comments because I'm going to get reminded of the person who actively sought out my ArtFight from YouTube to harass me. And that's terrifying. I did report them and I blocked them, but because I don't think I deleted the message. I didn't delete the message because I worried if I deleted it, then it would affect the report. So I just have them blocked, but now whenever I scroll to the bottom of my profile, I see, like, this is a user you blocked message. I don't know, it just freaks me out because I really don't. I don't deal with conflict, man. I don't like conflict. That's why I got one of my besties to mod for me, but she's been so busy this month, she's literally not made it to like a single stream for the entirety of July. I need my assertive friend so bad. Unfortunately, she's not been available. I miss Bestie. I can't wait to see whenever she does make it to stream what character she decides to make her avatar. I'm kind of hoping she makes it Lady Bo, because I just think Lady Boo? Well, that's close enough. Lady Bo, I think, suits her really well, but I don't know who she's gonna pick. Especially because she's not really a video game person, so I don't even know if she has any preference to any of the characters I have as options, you know? I am unfortunately running out of steam on the ArtFight attacks. This was attack number 121, right? I am running out of steam. Most of the characters that I have bookmarked that I thought would be fun to draw, I'm looking at them now and going, I don't think I want to draw this character at all. Which is really terrible. Because what am I going to do? I am running out of energy, motivation for ArtFight. Why do I have a... Oh no, there was a character I bookmarked that was named Candy, spelled the same way as my OC Candy, and they're hidden now. I'm pretty sure that's why I bookmarked them, because I thought it was funny that they have the same name as one of my OCs. But they're deleted. I just thought it was funny that the character that I had bookmarked was spelled the same way. It was spelled C-A-N-D-I, and that's how I spell my Candy's name. Yeah, Candy's name is Candace, although her name is spelled, I think, with an A, if I remember correctly. I only put it on there once. It's literally mentioned in Paranormal Peak exactly, like, twice, and that's it. Or somebody's like, are you Candace Cavendish? And she's like, it's just Candy. But yeah, that's me. I wanted to just mostly do revenges, but I don't have a lot of revenges that I'm gonna get for the rest of the game, I'm sure. So I'm just gonna have to hit some of these bookmarks, even though some of them don't really catch my eye anymore. I might try and find some Kirby characters to attack. I'm sure you've got plenty of art that's in my little slideshow. I've also been steadily adding the art that's from ArtFight as well. So those are probably in there. There's a couple, the most recent ones are not in there, like the today's attack isn't, but I've been trying to add them like every day or every other day that I get attacks. I've just been adding them slowly to the carousel so that they play. But I also have a different slideshow now, so I've got the Art for Me slideshow, which is right there. And then I've also got... if I can find it... this slideshow, which is of my own art. So, the art, my personal art slideshow, I planned to have that just for, like, when I'm gaming, so people can still see my art and know I'm an artist. I got the idea because I saw a different streamer with an art slideshow, and I thought it was cool, so. So I've got two different alternating slideshows that I can pick between. ArtFight, I feel like the Art for Me slideshow makes more sense. because this is a gifting event, so if I get any new gift art through ArtFight, then it just makes sense to have this slideshow there, because then people can see the art that they did. If I have anybody, because there's plenty of people who have found me through art, like, because of these ArtFight streams, and they've chosen to attack me because of it, you know? No worries, girl. I'll probably end live in like half an hour myself. And then I've got to package up got those 2 figures I gotta mail out tomorrow, so I'm gonna package them so that I can just take them to work with me tomorrow. Already packaged. Deliver them to the post office tomorrow after work. I should probably be more careful about the raids that I do, because yesterday I was just lurking in that live that we raided, and they're really very chill. I did really like them, and the music was fun, but their chat, they have a lot of like commands and things like that that were just really loud, so I just kept getting jump scared as I was working on the stream avatar stuff. I mean, I can't do a sticker sheet, but if you ever want keychains, you can go to my Ko-Fi shop and get my, the art that I've drawn for you as keychains. If that ever interests you. I completely understand if you don't want to get keychains of it, but I have been making chibis because I figured they would make really good keychains. So it's kind of like a nice little way for me to promote that aspect as well. Yeah, they you know that oh, what is it called? What's that? I don't know anything about My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, so you're gonna have to forgive me. What was that fluffy character? It was a fan-made character. That really fluffy character that got really fucking popular. There's always that little squeaky toy sound effect that they associated with this MLP fan character. I kept seeing her everywhere when she first, like, whoever created her first made her. But they kept doing that squeaky toy sound effect, and it was, yes, Flufflepuff, that's right, that's the one. That squeaky toy sound effect that everybody associates with that character, they kept playing it over and over, but then they would sometimes play louder noises. At first I was like, oh, okay, the squeaky toy, I can deal with that. I'm pretty sure that's actually something they do in the show, though, right? Because doesn't that also get associated with Pinkie Pie? But they would do, like, really loud sound effects, and it just scared the crap out of me listening to it as background noise. Because I was just fucking around with stream avatars, so I had the sound effect in the stream in the background as I was lurking, and it just kept scaring me. And I think they have a command for turning up the volume of the music, so the music kept getting really loud, and it was scaring me too. There's a couple songs I actually recognized in their playlist, which is interesting, but I kept getting jump scared. Anyways, good night, Red. Hope you'll make it in another time. Hopefully we'll be able to get another few revenges in this art fight. I know I will, I've got time. And I don't really expect to get much revenges other than chains at this point, so... Or much attacks in general, actually. I'm already shocked by the massive amount of art that I've gotten this art fight. It's definitely... This is a much better year than last year, for sure. Last year I didn't do much, because I got burnt out really quickly, because I noticed immediately it's like... Last year I got burnt out really quickly because I started to notice way too soon how many people were not acknowledging the attacks that I was drawing for them, and I am noticing that this year as well, but the people that have been commenting are kind of saving it. I do hate that I decided to make it a point to attack fellow streamers a couple times. Like, we've raided a couple of people who were doing ArtFight, and I attacked one of them, and she never commented on it, and I didn't even know she had ever saw it, because I only knew that she saw it because I rated a stream that she happened to be in chat for, and she said that she liked the attack, but since she never commented on it, I don't know if she was just, I don't know, like, just trying to make me feel better or what. It just, for me, it doesn't feel genuine. Especially because I really did like the attack that I did for them, so it just kind of hurts that they didn't comment on it. I'm sure they're probably getting plenty of attacks because they're a more popular streamer than me, but it still kind of sucks. Comments are kind of the best part. Like, yeah, do I love getting art of my OCs? Of course. But the comments are the best part. Seeing the people who own the OCs get really excited to see art of their OCs is the best part. That's why I got so demotivated last year, because last year I was not getting any... Nobody was acknowledging it. I do really like having the visuals, though, for the stream avatars. Although, I was told that apparently the fart command makes noise. I didn't know that because I don't hear it on my end. I was wondering, is there a way to actually disable an action, though? Because I don't like the fart. I want to get rid of it. For now, I just set it at a super fucking high cost. I just couldn't figure out how to get rid of it. I found the action toggle, but it doesn't seem to have a toggle on or off, so I don't know. I just set it as like a $20,000 20,000 gold cost or something, so nobody can buy it. The fact that it censors the word fart is crazy. But I couldn't figure out how to get it turned off. That's the one thing I forgot to do yesterday, was try to figure that out, so I was trying to mess with it before stream, and I could not figure it out. And I was gonna message Bach to see if they knew how, but I forgot to do that before stream, so. We're not gonna finish this attack before I end the stream. I'm ending stream in 20 minutes, but... Hey, you made it, Nox! And here, we thought you weren't gonna make it in. Yeah, isn't it cool, though? I spent the entire end of... After stream yesterday, this is all I did, was set up the background. And there's an arena mode. I'm not gonna show it because I don't want to take me and Lizzie off of my model's head. But there is a mode where I can make little chairs on the left side. I can do it on both, but I don't want it to be covering my model. So I can make a bunch of chairs on the left side so that it just auto-sits every single avatar. So I think I might do that when we do gaming streams, so they're not just wandering around being distracting when we're playing a game that's story-based. Instead, they'll just be, like, sitting like they're watching it in a theater, which is kind of cool. So... There was another one I was considering doing, but I like the arena one that I set up. It's pretty cool. I just moved around some of the stuff, so it was more to my liking, and then set up collisions. I hate drawing shoes. The shoes look really ugly. I may mostly be here to vibe, but I still want it to be fun for you guys, so that's why I did do things like fucking around with the stream avatars and making it look cool. 'Cause I want it to be fun. It's better than me sitting alone in a chat, talking to myself, you know? I don't normally have people in chat to talk to, but it does feel a little bit better knowing there's people around, you know? I didn't see a checkbox though, and that's what confused me. I think I'll keep the bombs. I don't really have any problem with those. But, I also don't think that my chat generally speaking, my chat's not rowdy enough to really warrant the bombs, other than Bach messing around with it. I don't think anybody's actually had any intention of using them. I think Lizzie was blowing herself up earlier trying to get onto my head, because technically you can sit on my head if you can figure out how to get up there. And that's the issue, is can you figure out how to get up? Because I didn't put an invisible ladder or anything for you to climb the model. You just have to get up there somehow. I eventually just ended up moving, like dragging Lizzie's model onto my head. Because we got really close and it just did not work. So unfortunately, especially because I don't know exactly, because I've got 4 different models that I switch between. They all don't have the same spot, so I just put it in a general positioning, and so the ledge is not like completely even with every model. It's closest with Saul, but we were on Candy's earlier when we were testing it. And it's a lot harder to figure out where the top of the head is for Candy because it's floating above her head, not on the top of her head directly like Saul's. I like how perfectly they sit on the head of Saul, though. Saul, like, literally perfectly, they sit right there. As for how that's gonna look when we get the VTuber, I have no fucking clue how that's gonna work. I don't know if I should just make a separate background for when we use the VTuber model, or just, like, make it so that you can't stand on the model anymore when it's not a PNG tuber. I don't know. So, I'll figure that out later. It's going to be a while before I get the model anyway, because they are delayed on it. They did say it's going to take a while. They have a family emergency. I totally understand, but that does mean it's going to be a while before I get that model. And once I do, I'll just have to figure out a lot of logistic things. I know I keep saying that, but for somebody who works in logistics in the warehouse all day and does that kind of shit all the time, doing the logistical stuff kind of sucks. And I'm really not looking forward to it. I actually spent the good chunk of my morning doing like the wrap up of all of the stuff, all of the logistic numbers for the month, because it was end of month on Friday for the work month. So I was literally spending most of my morning doing numbers all day. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is I don't know if maybe I'll just change the background. But I did spend like 45 minutes trying to set up this background yesterday, just like checking all the different options and that kind of thing. All of the backgrounds that I had available, like pre-made ones, were all Kirby ones. They were part of the Kirby pack I downloaded for Superstar Ultra. I also really wish there was a Kirby Squeak Squad pack, but there isn't. I'm so bummed about that. I was so sure there was going to be a Squeak Squad one. When I saw there was Kirby, I was like, maybe there's a Squeak Squad one, because Squeak Squad is the one that had, like, all of the spray paint cans, so you can change your Kirby's color and stuff. And I want to have DeRoche. But unfortunately, I don't have DeRoche. I'd love to at least have DeRoche. I don't even need Spinny and the rest of the crew. I just want DeRoche. I fucking love that rat. But also, his model's probably gonna be fucking massive, because he's a really big in-game. I also have a million projects, so even if I wanted to try and make them myself, I don't think I could do that. I already have way too many projects on my plate right now. Between writing multiple books, drawing multiple books, drawing other projects, there's a lot. And I still have more stuff I need to photograph to sell. on Mercari. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I know Bixie's cute, but I didn't mean to open her up. Are they like easy to put in if they're like if they already exist like that? I wouldn't game rip anyway, I don't know how. Lizzie wants some Zelda ones, but I don't know what Zelda ones we would be able to pull other than the basic Link and Four Swords sprites, because I don't care about Four Swords. I wish there was a sprite of Midna and Wolf Link. Actually, no, we did find out there is a Midna. We can do Midna from Hyrule Warriors, but there's not a Wolf Link, I don't think, because I don't think Wolf Link has a sprite in that game. I did forget to download that. I knew I was forgetting to download one of the packs. We were talking about multiple packs on stream yesterday, and I completely forgot to download Hyrule Warriors. I will do that. Yeah. I'll download the Hyrule Warriors pack and we'll see what it looks like. I downloaded yesterday the Repo one, Hollow Knight, and I think there was another one, I can't remember. DeRoach. D-A-R-O-A-C-H. He's really big though, so I would not be surprised if he wasn't in there, because he's a big model. But I also want Marks from Kirby Superstar Ultra, and again, I don't expect that one to be an option either. Maglore's cool, but he and Taranza both don't have sprites because they're not from the old games, they're from the newer 3D ones, so... But DeRoach is at least from a game that has a sprite. And there's also, Squeak Squad also has the Squeaks, the little, like, teardrop-shaped mice. I think those things are fucking adorable, and that would be really funny to have as a random avatar. Oh, is there? I want to at least get the line art done for this character so that I don't have to jump straight into line art tomorrow. Line art is my favorite part, but I also don't... I usually need time to sketch or do something before I start line art. But then again, if I get a revenge or an attack, then I can do that first. Then come back to this one. The characters in Squeak Squad, they are cute. I don't remember anything else from that game other than how much I fucking loved the Squeaks. But also, the Squeak Squad is also in Mass Attack, so they have technically two different, like, sprite appearances. Because Mass Attack had different actions, I think, because they were just idle. In that one, I don't think they actually do anything in that one. They just hang out on their little blimp. Is it a blimp? I think it's a blimp. Airship? I don't know. I love Mass Attack. I played most of them, I want to say. There's a few exceptions, like I never played Rainbow Curse or Canvas Curse. Kirby is like my favorite franchise ever. It's like my big comfort game. I have a lot of merch that I've collected of Kirby. I especially love the remint figures of Kirby. And I made it a point to try and get as many of those as I can. There's a few sets I'm just probably never going to be able to complete because I can never find the missing figures that I need. But I love Kirby. Kirby is my comfort character. I was even considering making just like a temporary silly PNG tuber of like my main character Con, or now I have a Sona. I could do my Sona now and turn her into a Kirby and use that as a temporary model for when or if we play Kirby games on stream. Because I do plan on playing at least a couple of those Kirby games. Like, I'll probably play the ones on the Switch, because I have a capture card. I can do Kirby in the Forgotten Land, Kirby Return to Dreamland Deluxe, and Kirby Star Allies on stream. And then technically I also have Kirby Clash, but we don't want to play that one on stream. I play Kirby because I like the exploration part of it, not because I like the fucking bosses. I'm not very good at fighting. Kirby is a simple, easy baby game, and I still suck at fighting in it. I'm just not a fighter. It's probably one of the reasons I stopped caring about Genshin Impact. Johnny was, like, freaking out about it for so long. I have no idea why. I see it in the chat, and I'm like, bro, why were you worried? Like, they were sitting there panicking like there was a problem, and I'm just like, bro, you see that shit? Like, you see that shit? Why are you worried? Johnny really doesn't have enough faith in himself. I'll probably only be alive for a little bit longer. I think I'm just gonna finish up the line art and then be done myself. Have a good night, Nox. I always end stream around 7, and it is about that time. I just wanted to get done with the line art at least. Is there a way to, like, set it so that I have, like, a... Is there a way to set, like, mix it up to do a channel point redeem where people can change my model? Because that would be really funny if there was an option to change my model into Gourmet Guy, because Gourmet Guy's fucking huge. That would be fucking hilarious. Just randomly spawn him, make Gourmet Guy my model. For funsies, for shits and giggles.
New Ko-fi shop sale from Tape.
Oh, I forgot that it was gonna do that. Tape did tell me she was gonna do that, and it still jump scared me. That still jump scared me, even though I was fucking expecting it. Wait, why'd she spend so much? Did I set up the listing wrong? Don't tell me she got overcharged. That price doesn't look right. Wait a minute. I set it as pay what you want. I set up the shop's stuff as pay what you want. Tape, you're kidding me. Tape! Tape! Bro! Tape! Tape, why would you do this? It is pay what you want, bro! Ah, you're crazy. Tape, you're insane! Why would you do that? Why would you pay me so much money? Not allowed. Evil, evil. Why did she voluntarily pay for more than what I told her to? Bro, you can't be serious. The keychains are only $8 plus shipping, and for some reason she paid me 20 bucks. Girl, what the fuck? Girl, why did you do that? She's my friend, but still, what the hell? That's the type of shit I don't expect anybody to do. Friend or not, why are you doing that? But that does answer my question. I was wondering if somebody were to happen to buy the book while I was on stream, would Ko-Fi give that pop-up? Because it did that when Ollie did the membership. I thought it would only do that if it was for tips. I guess I set it up for any notification. So if somebody supports me at all on Ko-Fi, it'll ping the stream because it's live. That's what the Ko-Fi bot does. And I did that because I plan on doing like a monthly Ko-Fi stream where people can tip like $5 and then get a doodle of their character. They just like give me the references of their character. And I draw it on stream. But I haven't, I was indifferent on how I wanted to do it. I think I'm just gonna do it as like doodles. That way it's different from like the headshots. They probably will be uncolored doodles, though. There's no reason to pay extra. You don't need to pay extra. She's planning on making an eat-a-bag of her OCs. Specifically, of her specific character. I think she said this character was what she was planning on making her Sona. So she was gonna make an eat-a-bag of this character, and she wanted to ask permission to make mine into a keychain, because, not ask permission as in, like, make it herself, because she had heard that I added that as an offer on my Ko-Fi shop. So she was asking how to go about doing that. And so I answered her and told her, you know, you can get it on my Ko-Fi shop. So she already told me a couple days ago she was going to do it. I wasn't expecting her to pay extra, though. Because there ain't no reason to do that. You don't gotta pay me extra. I already drew the art. The art itself cost money. That means you're paying me twice. You're paying for the cost of the keychain, and you're paying for the art. And you chose to pay extra for the keychain? Like, girl, are you insane? But technically, anybody I've attacked on ArtFight can make theirs into a keychain. Whether they want to order it themselves or just go through me and like do my Ko-Fi listing, then I don't really have a preference. I mean, I would prefer to do it through me. That would be great, but I don't expect everybody to do that. Technically, anybody has permission to use it for personal use, however they feel. If they want to turn my art into a sticker, go for it. Doesn't matter if it's a gift or a commission. But the reason I was wondering if the Ko-Fi shop was gonna have a notification wasn't because of the it wasn't because of the keychains, it was actually because of the books. I was wondering if somebody bought a book on stream, if it would do that, and that answers my question. That was a shop notification, so the book would also be the same way. If somebody bought the book while I was streaming, it would ping that in the chat as well. And it's programmed to send the link for the Ko-Fi whenever I get a support message, which is good because that's going to help when it comes to doing those Ko-Fi streams. I don't really know if I have a favorite animal. I know that's kind of a lame answer, but I've never really felt like there was any specific animal that I really like. Growing up, I always really liked wolves. I really like cats. I really like bunnies. I would never own a bunny. I don't think I could ever handle a pet bunny. But I don't really feel like I have a favorite pet or a favorite animal. That's true, yeah, that's what I was thinking for the, when I do the Ko-Fi streams, I was gonna put a message like that. It would have to be, like, minimum of $5, that kind of thing. The Ko-Fi streams would have, like, the rules of how it works and that kind of thing. That, and it would have to be definitely provide a reference, say for work, because I'm gonna be showing it on, it's gonna be on my reference side of my screen, and give me some information to bounce off of. If you want to, that kind of information is what I was thinking about including for the pin whenever I do that. But I'm thinking about doing it on like the last Friday of every month, except for this month. I'm not going to do it for July because ArtFight. All of my plans are going to be for starting in August, basically. Whoa. I didn't tighten my table enough, and I just found that out by moving the table with my drink still on it. and it almost dumping my drink onto my bed. That would have been great. Okay, let's find somebody to raid. We're done for the night. We're gonna shade this tomorrow. I'm assuming we didn't get any ArtFight attacks that I need to push before leaving. Nope. Just a notification from Red seeing her attack. Which I don't really need to see the comment because she was on stream when I drew it, so. Alright. Who shall we raid today? Let's see if anybody catches my eye on the front page in my category. Is that a Kirby? That does appear to be a Kirby, but I can't tell if this stream is safe for work off the top of my head. I don't know. I can't tell. There's somebody it's recommending me that's drawing Deltarune. Oh, it's not just Deltarune. There's a Metal Sonic being drawn in the background. It looks like they're doing like a draw pile? Kind of, because it looks like somebody's drawing a Metal Sonic back there. And then there's somebody drawing, I don't know which one's the main artist. I'm assuming it's the main character in the front. It kind of looks like the style of Funamushi. Yeah, we can do Matty Pup TV. Have you ever heard of Matty Pup TV? Maybe we can raid them. Their model's cute. Got a sunflower in their hair. Yeah, let's raid this person. Alright. We're gonna raid somebody new today. I do try to, like, raid people that are new, aside from, like, the days that I'm gaming. The days that I'm gaming, I try to raid people I follow just because, it's hard for me to find people within my category when I'm gaming, because I don't want to raid just regular gamers. I want to raid artists, so, I will be back tomorrow. This is our last Monday stream. We will go to my planned schedule of having Mondays off starting next week, because next Monday is the start of No More ArtFight. Sunday is the last day of ArtFight. We are on our last week of ArtFight. So, last Monday stream, I will be streaming Tuesday through Sunday going forward. Monday will be my day off. I have no idea what I'll be doing on my day off, but I'm planning after ArtFight to have a schedule of what things we're going to be planning to do each day. So, yeah. Last Monday stream. Good night, y'all. Thanks for hanging out.